Alright, hey everyone, Friday evening weather for Weather Geeks time. Quiet night tonight, quiet day tomorrow. We have some interesting things to talk about, of course, this evening, and I wanted to start out this evening's video with a look at a time-lapse from our Youngstown camera today. We started the day with some cloudiness and a little fog, but it turned out to be a mostly sunny day as expected. A nice, photogenic field of cumulus clouds this afternoon. Those clouds started to become less and less numerous as we got into the late afternoon, leaving us with a nice clear sky out there this evening. It was a toasty one today, 68 on the low side, 87 on the high side this afternoon. 82 and 60 are our averages here in the middle of summer. Our averages peaking, of course, at this time of the year. 98 and 47 are the records on today's date. Now, as I mentioned last evening, it's not like we had an autumnal air mass push in today, but it was a little drier this afternoon. Dew points last evening were in the lower 70s. Dew points have gone down into the lower 60s by late afternoon and evening, making it a little more tolerable to be outside. All right, severe weather outbreak tonight, ongoing across parts of the upper Midwest and near the U.S.-Canadian border. This is a big complex of storms. MCS, Mesoscale Convective System, will make a beeline across Minnesota tonight, and yeah, moderate risk of severe weather, 4 on a 1 to 5 scale. In eastern North Dakota, parts of Minnesota, and even into northwestern Wisconsin as well. The severe weather threat will shift to the south and east tomorrow, and this system may have some impacts coming for us by the end of the weekend. We'll talk about that momentarily. All right, let's talk a little astronomy geeks tonight. Two nice space station passes tonight. First one is higher and brighter. It'll be at 9:15, appearing in the southwest sky, disappearing 4 minutes later east-northeast sky. Now, the second one will be lower in the sky, but also kind of interesting because it'll be in the vicinity of the comet. So you may get a 2-for-1, being able to check out the space station and the comet all in one shot. If you have a nice view of the northwest horizon and you've allowed your eyes time to adjust, and maybe you're being aided by a telescope or binoculars, nice camera. Of course, as I've been talking about all week, the comet's getting a little higher in the sky now. It's still pretty low in the northwest sky, but it is not as low as you may think at this point. It's, a few degrees at least higher in the sky than it was just 4 or 5 days ago. It's worth checking out. This is called Neowise, and again, your best bet is to find the darkest spot you can. And just like when you're looking for meteors and things like that, give your eyes plenty of time to adjust. Then turn around and check out a couple of bright planets this evening. It's Jupiter and Saturn, shining brightly. Of course, Jupiter especially bright at this time of the year because this week it's at opposition, which is a fancy astronomical term for when a planet is close to us and really bright. Saturn is just down to the left of Jupiter. All right, great pool day coming up for tomorrow. If you have a backyard pool, it's going to be one of those summer days where it's going to be a priority to get in that thing. Lots of sunshine tomorrow. Much like today, not terribly humid, but a hot one. We'll get into the lower 90s tomorrow afternoon, and then the humidity starts to build in. So if you're going up to Lake Erie tomorrow, water temperatures are typically pretty warm, of course, at this time of the year. They typically peak in August. And these numbers off of Cleveland, off of Mentor, kind of northeast Ohio lakeshore, these numbers are warmer than average. Not quite as warm as the western end of Lake Erie, which is shallower, and therefore the temperatures can get warmer. It's almost 80 now, the water temperature off of Toledo. But yeah, this is nice warm water, and the waves will be a foot or less. Just a great day to head out on the lake, whether it be Lake Erie or one of our area lakes as well. Air temperatures, about 90 or so. I would imagine whether it's Mosquito Lake or Guilford Lake or any of our area lakes, Sandy Lake, my favorite Lake Wilhelm over in Mercer County. Imagine a lot of those water temperatures on these shallower lakes are in the upper 70s to around 80 or so. Air temperatures both days this weekend, 90 or better, and maybe some thunderstorms to contend with before Sunday afternoon is through. So Saturday, we'll blitz through, nothing going on, but then a warm front will usher in higher dew point air on Sunday. Another one of these weak cold fronts will approach, and there could be a couple of gusty thunderstorms here and there in the afternoon, and actually the threat for a few heavy gusty storms will probably continue into Sunday evening and even into parts of the overnight. Then we'll dry things out on Monday. SPC on their Day 3 outlook has the dark green in northern Ohio, northwest PA. Low-end risk of severe weather at this point. That's a 1 on a 1 to 5 scale. Could this be upgraded? I can't rule that out at this point. Typically, they're more conservative on their Day 3 outlooks than on Days 1 and 2, because confidence is usually lower on Day 3. So it'll be interesting to see if a slight risk is introduced somewhere in that area with the new outlooks that come out tomorrow morning for Sunday and Sunday night. Dew points spike on Sunday, retreat some Monday and Tuesday, and then the muggies come back for midweek, Wednesday, and even in parts of Thursday. It looks awfully humid. And each of the next 10 days will be warmer than average. And of course, our averages are lofty here in mid-July. Actually, our average high does drop from 82 to 81 by the end of next week as we start that very slow, at first, retreat in our averages, which culminates in the winter season. All right, hope you have a good weekend, everyone. I'll be mostly off the grid this weekend, but Chris Cernelli has you covered here in the studio and with social media updates as well, especially if we have some heavy storms to contend with on Sunday. I will see you back here on Monday for Weather Geeks.